right, Ben, go ahead and explain to the class how you did the bell ringer, please.
I had a -2 to X values and 5 to the Y values.
All right, and then read to them what coordinates you got, so that way.
A prime is -4, 9, B prime 4, 0, C prime is 8, 12.
Awesome, thank you. Caden, tell us, do you agree or disagree with his answers?
I agree.
Yeah, very good. So with a vector, if you need to find the new coordinates, you just do what it says. If it's, -2 means subtract 2, 5 means to add 5.
Then wouldn't A prime be wrong?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
And B and C prime.
Okay. So what should it be?
It should be 0, 9.
Oh,
And then C prime should be -8, 12.
Okay. So this right here, 2 minus 2 should be 0. Good job catching that.
I didn't catch that. Okay.
And then what should B be?
C prime should be -8.
C prime -8. Should B be -4?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't catch those.
Alright, what questions do you have on your bell ringers? Good job catching those. So A prime should be 0, 9. B prime should be -4, 0. C prime should be -8, 12. Will you shut that door for me? Alright, so I've given you your progress reports. Your progress report is supposed to be due back tomorrow, but since I was gone yesterday, I didn't want anyone passing your progress report out to you besides me. You can bring it back either tomorrow or Monday for 5 bonus points. If you take it home, get it signed, bring it back tomorrow or Monday. If you have below a 70%, you are required to get it signed and brought back tomorrow. Okay? So if you have a 69 or below, you are required to get it signed, brought back tomorrow.
So the one at the bottom is every right here?
Yes, the one at the very bottom. The back page tells you how your grade's calculated, and it's where it's got this room for your parent's signature. Grades are calculated using a formula: 50% test, 35% classwork, and 15% homework. Students that have below a 70 are required to have their parents sign the progress report and return it by Monday, February 8th. Okay. What questions do you have for me about your progress report?
0.
All right, the next thing I have is your test from yesterday. Now, remember, if you took, or first, I'm going to give you back your 5.4 quiz.
I got a question. On that review, do you want our work?
Yes, I need to revert your work for the review.
Okay.
You can go ahead and get that out, and I will pick it up in a moment. The work from your Chapter 5 review, if you would write your name on that, pass it to the front row, pass it to the right. First thing I'm passing back is your 5.4 quiz.
Rush me. They're already in. What do you want us to label it?
Chapter 5 review.
You got a second one?
Yeah, okay.
All right, the next thing I have is your Chapter 5 test from yesterday. Don't put this away because because we're going to do a test analysis over this to let you know so you can see what you need to study tonight for your test tomorrow. If you made a 90% or above, then I will take this grade and you do not have to take the test tomorrow. But that's only if you made a 90% or above. Okay. Now, if you made a 90% or above, you don't have to take it tomorrow. So if you decide you don't want to take it tomorrow, I will need your test back when you're done, so that way I can put this grade in the computer, have it put in the computer.
Let's see. What is that?
How did I get that one on? How did I have
Wait, okay, I see what it is.
I farted on the 25 over.
And then, so the freaking counting by twos got me screwed up here.
Yeah, if I would have noticed that before I gave you the test, I would have gotten new graphs on there or just had to do it on graph paper. Okay, so you'll notice that you either got the question correct, or you got half credit taken off, or you got full credit taken off. I did not go in the middle and each question was worth 7 points. Usually on a test, I would go through and either, depending on how much you missed, like if you just plotted one, if you got everything right and just plotted 1 point wrong, usually I would only take off like 2 points, so you get like a 5 out of 7 because you did everything else right. But to make it so that way it's less confusing for you for our test analysis, I took off full credit or half credit, or if you got it right, you didn't have any credit. That was to make it easier for you to fill this out. So you need to go through in just a moment. You'll need to come up here and get you, they're on the top, red, green, and orange colored pencil or marker. If you got it completely right, you color that number green. If you got minus half, you color it orange. And if it's just marked wrong and it's, marked a full credit, you color it red. Okay? Alright, and then notice over there on correct total, you know how you have to add up your points? Green is 1 point, orange is 0.5, and red is 0. I've got, to help you out to figure out your percent, I've got how many points are in each section. So like section 5.1 is out of 4 points. 5.2 is out of 5. 5.3 is out of 2, and 5.4 is out of 2. That tells you what to divide by. So let's say on 5.1 you get 2 green and 2 orange. That's 1, 2, 2.5, 3 points. That would be 3 out of 4. You would just do 3 divided by 4 times 100, and that gives you your percentage. Okay. Hopefully we filled out enough of these that you know how to add up your points to do that. But if you don't, that's okay. Or if you get confused and need help, just let me know.
The only reason I missed is because we counted by twos,
Yeah.
and that singular one I didn't count by twos.
Oh, you're talking on the back one? Yeah,
No,
the first
no.
one they counted by 2s, and the last one they counted by 1s,
Yeah.
which was stupid. Like I say, if I would have known, I didn't do the answer key until yesterday after school when I was getting ready to grade it, and if I would have noticed that ahead of time, I would have fixed it. All right, so come up here, get your red, green, and orange colored pencil, and then go ahead and start filling in your squares. Pay attention to the number on your test. So you have 3 missing assignments. They're mostly from when you're absent. You just not making a sure when you're absent. So I gave you extended time to go turn this, but since they're still not turning in by the progress report, I have to assign an extension for 3 missing assignments. You don't have to serve that until tomorrow. Okay, so you won't do it. You'll just take the test tomorrow. I'm trying to think of what else we did. We did the practice test and I haven't turned in the reading, so you just need to make sure your reading's turned in. I can concept test analysis. Well, keep it because you'll need it for after the test to do if you met your goal and all that stuff. You won't fill out any of this, but you will your goal. Alright, so go ahead, be coloring it in. Did I take your test? No, I did not.
What is this called?
This is the practice test, but the only thing you're filling in is coloring in the numbers and stuff. You're not going to fill in any of the personal goal, first attempt score, any of that. That's for the actual test.
I got yellow. Can I see yellows and orange?
Yes, yellow's okay.
I'm doing my red is pink,
That's okay.
because you ain't got no more red markers.
Yeah, I got very few of those.
Real bad color was pink.
Pink's the meanest color.
That's Benjamin.
Alright, so those of you on Google Meet, since you're not here, you won't be doing the test analysis. I will try to get your progress report and your test from yesterday out there after school today. So that way you can use it to study for your test for tomorrow. And then today, while we're doing our review, you'll just need to make sure that you're working the problems out on a piece of paper. And when we're done, you'll email me that piece of paper.
Yo, yo, yo. I hate counting by twos.
Would you say that that's the reason you missed all of them?
No, look. Like, I know this was 9. But I don't know, I was just like going fast and guessing and just thinking that was 9 because they was right here, you know, I didn't
And
count my
9's right
twos.
above it?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, like something like that, I probably would have taken off like 1 or 2 points out of 7. I wouldn't have taken off, 4 points just for you finding 1 point wrong.
How do you do this?
This was asking for what vector, so like the -2, 5. It was asking what vector takes this to that. And we'll go over that in just a second.
Okay.
Because a lot of people miss those.
Hey, at least this is the only test I don't have to go through.
As long as you pass the test tomorrow.
How do we know our goal for this test?
You don't yet.
Okay.
You're not gonna fill out your goal or your first attempt score. That's gonna be tomorrow.
This marker says something cheap.
So we can just, analysis.
Yeah, you need to fill out your points and your percentage, and then it tells you what sections you need to study tonight for your test tomorrow. Now, are you gonna, take the test tomorrow, or are you gonna keep that score?
Probably keep this one.
Okay,
Imagine making
if you're
a
done and you have all that filled out, give me your test so I can put your score in, and that needs to go in your data folder. Would you get, since you're done, will you get those data folders and pass them out to everybody?
Imagine making a 90 and thinking you're
Are
Are
we
you
the
keeping
red
your
ones?
score?
Imagine
See
making a
what?
90 and thinking you're smart. Add Andrew.
Imagine I'm making a 90.
You're gonna put those in the back if you've already figured out your point total.
Oh, yeah?
Alright, so
That's right,
if you
Eric.
fill
Never
these
mind.
out, if it's red, you give yourself 0, so are all these red?
Hey, you
don't need yours. You don't need
yours to make a 90.
I'm at 93.
Rutgers is report.
And now, for this section, each of these are 1 apiece, so that's 1, 2, that's 0, that's a half and a half, so 1 plus 1, that's a half plus half would be 3. And then you got those right. Now, to figure out the percentage, you would do 0 divided by 4 times 100. So the next one, 3 divided by 5. Is there anyone else that made an A that does not want to take the test tomorrow that's finished with their test analysis? Does anyone need help filling out their test analysis? Oh, you won't fill any of this out because you haven't taken the actual test yet.
Anybody else in the red rolls
So,
there?
the only thing you're gonna fill out is this part, so that way you will know what section you need, what section you need to study tonight for the test tomorrow.
Yeah, what? You got that one?
You do. You fill out this top part
Oh,
of
you
it.
didn't process it.
You do all of it, you just don't do this now.
Oh,
You haven't taken the actual test.
Oh, did I get that?
No.
Yes. Yep.
You might be good at math, though.
That's, you might have to
I'm
figure it out, because there is one more signature, but it's asking for a number, so you do it around. This one, there's 4 lines.
Oh, wait, it looks like you.
Oh, let's go to 3.
Alright, if you're finished, you can go ahead and have a seat.
This kid doesn't know how to play rock, paper, scissors as a junior, dude. It's shoot, not gotta go rock, paper, scissors, shoot you. We're just having.
Andrew, will you pass the rest of those out to everybody for me?
Okay.
Just mad because this is good looking. You're just mad because it's just weird, you can't think of it.
Alright, Rayleigh, this is going to be your data folder, you wanna write her name in here?
Wait, was I not supposed to fill it out if I didn't make a 90? No.
Hey, Braxton, do you need yours?
And then whenever you're done with your test analysis, you'll put it in here in these columns.
Hey, Braxton, you need this?
No idea more.
He's teasing me.
You should be filling out your test analysis. The only part you're not gonna fill out is your goal, because we haven't taken the actual test yet. But you should be figuring out your percent correct in each section. So like if you got like 100% on section 5.4, which a lot of people did, you're not gonna really wanna spend that much time tonight on 5.4.
Mine's 5.1.
Yeah, most people, I would say, need to spend most of their time on 5.1, 5.2, lines of symmetry.
That was the most confusing thing. Really, it was the lines of symmetry.
Really?
Yeah, because you gotta like think about it, like, and I just too dumb to realize there's another way. So I stared at it for like 5 minutes.
I just kind of look directly down the middle, all different ways.
Like I stared at the T for
Does
like
anybody
5
access
minutes.
your folder?
Yes, I do. Aiden?
Everybody should need their folder, because everybody's putting their test analysis in
Okay,
their
you
folder.
pass these up, right?
What's up?
Okay, Andrew, I need mine then.
Alright, did you get yours all filled out? Alright, you need to finish filling it out.
Hey, just look.
Use your test, fill out your
I
test
don't get
analysis.
No waste of time. What?
Alright, then you need to go through and figure out your percent.
You got it right?
You didn't say that.
Alright, you need to go through and figure out your percent.
No waste of.
You just
Get
need
ready
to
for
like
that.
this divided by that times 100.
You get it.
Divided by 4 times 100.
I made it 60.
And then you do like 5 divided by 5 times 100.
Look at my kindergarten.
Alright, so
Would
your
you say that's an
percentage-
88? I would say
I
that's an
would,
88.
yes. Alright, let me figure out your
That's gonna line
percentages.
them up.
Okay, so first you need to figure out how many points you got for each section.
I got it. No, it's one.
Why don't I have mine
Okay,
again? I
so
just
you
did
got
it.
1.5 there. And then to figure out your percentage, it's 1.5, it's 1.5, not a half. So it'd be 1 and 1/2. You need a 1 in front of it. So now you would do 1.5 divided by 4 times 100 to get your percentage.
What's mine?
Are you keeping this?
Yes,
Okay, I'm gonna, are you
Oh,
okay?
you're
with
funny.
it?
yes.
Dang it, you're real funny. I
So
thought we
I
were
gotta
saying
do one,
yeah.
one and a half.
You need to do 1.5 divided by 4 times 100. Which day?
Yen.
And if that's your percentage on this section, I would write it. No, if you're not, if you didn't make a 90 or above, you keep it to study. Alright, so, what color is that? That's green? Okay, so how many points is that total in that section? Okay, so put 1.5 to start there.
Boy, Andrew here.
Hey, don't pull at me like that.
Call you okay.
And then you do 1.5 divided by 4 times
You can't even spell fast. Can you spell geometry that second year? Reading out the paper, it's a G-L-O-G-T-R-Y. I think these are reading it off the paper.
You didn't take the test. Or no, we don't fill in this part yet. We haven't done any of this. You just need to fill in this.
And then put it in our red folder for tomorrow.
Okay, so, yes. So for number 1, you got that one wrong, so you need to color number 1 red. Number 2 is right, so you color number 2 green.
on T.
Number 3 is wrong, so it would be red. And if it says minus half, it's orange. Alright, did you go through and do all your percentages? You went through and did all your percentages? You're doing yours now? You got your percentages? Okay, so that needs to go in the back part of your folder in the problems. Okay. Did you figure out how to do your percentages? Yeah. You know that? Okay, did you put your folder up? Alright, I'll give you just a little bit longer to finish. Yes. Did you, whenever you first came, before you started, I told you to go back and watch those videos and take those notes? Did
Looks
you
like
do
it's
that?
freaking cloudy, like the bathroom at 6th hour. Doesn't matter.
It should be sections 5.1 translations, yeah, so you need to go through here and do these notes. I would say that's a big reason why, because you did not just go through and watch those videos or take the notes. That's 5.1 translations, and then 5.2 is
You don't
what
have to do it.
go through. Looks like you did do these, but maybe go through and watch again. So that's the 2 sections I was focusing on, 5.1, 5.2. What about rotations? Did you get the rotations?
Hey, you like?
Yeah, I'm just gonna watch, I make this grade and watch, I'm gonna make a 40 on the test.
Yeah, so I would say you really need to focus on sections 5.1 and 5.2.
Watch, I'm gonna make a 40 on the test machine. Watch, and I'm gonna have to go to tutor again.
Alright. Okay. Alright, did you figure out your percent total on each one?
Corvette.
Okay, so you need to go through here, figure out how many points you got, so you got one. So to figure out your percentage,
I'm looking at it.
Are
you
the
would
yellow
do
half?
1 divided by 4.
What did you just say? Oh, the yellow's half.
No, they were interesting.
The orange half.
And that gives you a percentage for
Red.
5 points. So that tells you that you need to focus on
Red
5
is
points.
Red is half, green is correct,
Now do 2.5
and
divided by
yellow
5.
or orange is incorrect.
Red is not half.
Actually, green is half.
So
No,
that
the purple
you
is
spend some
correct.
time on
Blue is half.
5.2, but not as much as 5.1. And
Where's
that's
yellow?
5.3, you
Neon.
probably don't
Where's
really
yellow?
need to focus that much on.
In China.
Whip.
So that tells you the sections to focus on for your test tomorrow. And then you're gonna wanna put that back here in the back in the prompts.
That's what's my draft.
Alright, guys. That way we can have plenty of time for the review and people can have plenty of chances. There's a
Yeah.
couple things that I wanted to point out from the test that some people missed, or that quite a few people missed, and some common misconceptions about some of the questions. One of the things was translations. You need to know the difference between the component form, a rule, and the image. Okay? Let's say you start with the pre-image, P35. Okay? And let's say you want to translate that with the vector in component form. -2, 3. That's component form. So if it asks you for component form, it's asking for this. If it asks you for a rule, then you would write it like this. XY is translated to x minus 2, y plus 3. So you need to know the difference between the pre-image, which is an ordered pair, the component form, which is a vector. It looks like an ordered pair, but it's got the pointy, like less than, greater than, and a rule that's written out like this. Now, if they ask you for the image, because they might give you the pre-image and the component form and ask you for the image. The image is P prime. You find P prime by adding these together. So 3 plus -2, 3 minus 2 is 1, and 5 plus 3 is 8. So you need to know, look at the wording. This is your pre-image. This is component form, this is the rule, and this is the image. So on yours, they had, P was 4, 5, and they gave you P prime, which was -3, 7. And they asked you for the component form, so they were wanting this. They're wanting what vector moves this point to that point. Well, all you have to do is, what do they do to get from 4 to -3? Well, they would have to subtract 7. What do they do to get from 5 to 7? They would have to add 2. So your vector would be -7, 2. This is the answer they were looking for.
Bridge.
Now, if you put both the component form and the rule, I just took off half credit because that told me you knew it was one of them, but wasn't really sure what component form is. Or if you gave me the rule and got the rule correct, I gave you half credit because you got the rule correct, but they weren't asking for the rule, they were asking for a component form. Wording is very important.
Subtract and then add the y and subtract the x's.
The only reason I subtracted was because it's negative.
So if that wasn't a -3, you'd add them.
Yes. Wait.
So it'd just be +7 and 2.
What?
Am I done? Hold on, shut.
If this was a +3,
Yes.
what would you have to do to get from 4 to 3? You would
Oh,
have
I
to,
mean 1, 2.
you would have to subtract 1, so it'd be -1, 2.
Yeah.
If this was a 5, then it would be +1, 2.
Hey.
And you said I can't
Hey.
tell.
Something
Spell
else.
that word you just called me.
Oh, whenever you're reflecting, be careful. Y-axis is completely different than y equals x. Y-axis is this line here. y equals x is that line there. Two different things. The rule for y-axis is negative x comma y. The rule for y equals x is y comma x. You just flip them.
Rules.
There is a lot of rules. That's why I let you use your transformations foldable on the test, because there's a lot of rules to read.
If I didn't use it, I definitely would have made a 40 on that for sure. I can't even remember a rule right
You're
now.
amazing.
Well, guess what? Don't touch the
Treat others like you want to be treated. Don't touch other people. It's the golden rule.
Alright, now you know what you need to go home and study tonight for the test. What I need you to do, you can take your notes with you, but just know that it's timed, and if you spend the majority of your time looking through notes in your foldables, you might not get the answer. But I need all of these chairs over here filled up first, so it looks like we have 2 openings here, and 2 openings on 8 and 13. You need a pencil and a piece of paper and a calculator at the minimum, possibly your notes.
We're playing a math game?
Yes.
Yes!
Alright, so I need
That's
you to,
epic.
move over that way.
I have my test at 79. You guys want to see it?
Alright, and those of you on Google Meet, you will just need to work the problems out on paper and email it to me. Alright, so everybody should have out a piece of paper
Yeah,
and a pencil and a calculator.
yeah.
You're gonna turn it in when we're finished for credit for today.
Here's my test.
Keep it to study.
Oh!
Back to you guys studying that.
Whenever I make 100 on the test tomorrow, I'm going to pull this MP on
Alright, so
it.
here's what I'm going to do. Everybody is going to work the problem out on their paper and put the answer down. Because if the person in front of you gets the wrong answer, you could steal theirs and move up to their spot. Your goal, and I haven't told you where this spot is yet, is to be the very front person at the starting point. Whoever is in that seat when we're done at the end of class gets 15 bonus points.
Oh my god, I need this. I would have to take tests tomorrow.
I haven't told you that yet. It's wherever I start, which can be in any of the 4 corners. Okay,
So I'm just at the full disadvantage wherever I am.
so also you're limited. You can use your notes, but I'm going to give you a limited amount of time to give me the answer. So you may
Okay.
not want to spend your full
If
time
we're
on
on
notes.
teams here, in case you guys can't even spell something, can we just not count?
Let's we need to not do that, please.
Okay, I'm sorry.
All right. Everybody should write the answer down because you're going to turn this paper in at the end of class. Make sure your name's on it. Here's your first question. You need to tell me this figure here from blue to red. The blue is the pre-image, the red's the image. You need to tell me, does this represent a translation, a reflection, or a rotation? And you also need to tell me if it's a translation, I need you to either write the rule or component form, either one will work. If it's a reflection, tell me across what line. And if it's a rotation, tell me the degree. Okay, so I'll give you probably about a minute.
Yeah.
So you need to tell me, is it a reflection, rotation, or translation? If it's a translation, give me the rule or the component form. If it's a reflection, tell me over what line or what axis. And if it's a rotation, give me the angle of rotation.
How did I make it 7? I just don't. I put my paper really down.
All right, Colton, tell me what you think the answer is. That's correct, a reflection across the x-axis. So you get to keep your seat. So your goal is to get in this front seat. All right, here's number 2.
My seat. Yeah, Colton, I'm coming for you. Don't forget, Colton.
Number 2 is right here, from blue to red. Is it a reflection, rotation, translation? If it's a translation, give me the rule or component form. If it's a reflection, tell me across what line. And if it's a rotation, give me the degree of rotation. Translation, rotation, or reflection. If it's a translation, give me the coordinate notation, either the rule or component form. A reflection, tell me over what line. And rotation, give me the angle of rotation. All right, Rayleigh, tell me, what would be your answer?
I thought rotation was, I don't know.
Alright, that is incorrect.
Yeah.
John, what's your answer?
Totally put that down.
Ivy, what's your answer?
Reflection across the y-axis.
Very good. So you get to get steal Rayleigh's spot. Rayleigh moves back a seat and John moves right here. It's a reflection across the
I didn't
y-axis.
think you do the same one again, so I just found out smart. That's what I do on tests, like, it can't be this one again.
Alright, here's number 16. You're going from blue to red. You're going from blue to red. Tell me, is it a translation, reflection, rotation? If it's a translation, give me either rule or component form. Either one's fine. Reflection across what line? Rotation what degree?
What do you mean by roll for translation?
You gotta know that.
Oh,
Oh, we just did?
I can't give you the
Tell me
answer.
that.
so you gotta write the rule, correct?
You can either write the rule or the component form. And you're going from blue to red.
Okay.
Well,
You can't even see. You can't even see the board.
Alright, Gabby, what's your answer?
Rotation 2/7.
That is incorrect. Aiden, what's your answer?
Translation, and it's, the vector is -3, -3.
Very good. You get to steal Gabby's spot and she moves back.
Gabby.
Yeah, it goes to the left 3 and down 3, so it's -3, -3 with the two, less than, greater than signs.
For y'all seats.
Alright, here's your next one. Here's coordinates Q, R, and S, 2, -1, 5, -2, 2, -3. Give me the new coordinates, not the graph. Give me the new coordinates using this translation rule. X, Y is translated to X minus 1, Y plus 5. Give me the new coordinates.
Oh my god, I'm gonna freaking do it. Okay, you can't see, so it has to be me.
This is me.
Oh, it's not
How am I supposed to be able to do this?
Just give me the coordinates of Q prime, R prime, S prime.
Can I rip this off because it's literally right there in the pencil sharpener?
That's okay. Yeah, you can.
Hey, that's against the rules.
Alright, Kyle, give me your answer.
Q prime is 1, 4, R prime is 4, 3, S prime is, 1, 2.
Perfect. You get to keep your spot. Alright, here's your next part. Using those same coordinates, Q, R, and S, give me the new coordinates after a reflection across the x-axis. A reflection across the x-axis.
number 5?
Yes, we're at number 5. Well, no, it's our number 5, but I changed it. I'm just saying after a reflection across the x-axis.
His question is this.
Then
Danny's.
give me the new coordinates after a reflection across the x-axis.
Technically, they would be yours.
Hope you know better.
Alright, Ben, give me your answer. Perfect. 2, 1, 5, 2, 2, 3. You get to claim your spot. Or keep your spot. Now my next one. Give me these coordinates, the new coordinates after a 180-degree rotation. Q, R, and S.
I got this.
Can I use my thing?
This is
You
way,
can use it, but just know it's times.
this is way too fast. I can't write that fast.
180-degree rotation.
You want some Andrew?
This is way too fast.
Oh, I should have known that. I hate this class.
Okay, go. I got it back here. Yep.
Don't break, you know, please don't break.
Please don't break.
Alright, Kaden, give me your answer.
Q is 2, 1, R is 5, 2, and S is 2, 3.
That is incorrect.
Are we still using the coordinates up there?
The same coordinates up
Okay,
there.
so
What's
I
your
got
answer?
-1, -4, -4, -3, and -1, -2.
That is incorrect.
What? How's that incorrect?
Alright,
How's that
Andrew,
incorrect?
give me your coordinates.
We're gonna Q prime -2, 1. R prime -5, 2. S prime -2, 3.
No!
You get to still
No!
keep your spot and move
I
back.
used the ones that we changed them!
Yeah, no. The original coordinates. Alright, let's see,
Yeah.
let's go to the next one.
Oh, here you go.
That's why I've been at a.
Oh, this one's a little bit more
I got a
difficult.
1.
Hey, yeah, is it practical smooth back?
No, I don't think so.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, you,
So because he got it right, Kate gets in front of me.
I've always been a virgin.
alright, here's your next one. Shohei Ohtani is making a, alright, let's listen. Shohei Ohtani is making a scale model of the LA Angels baseball diamond. The distance between two consecutive bases, like from first to second, home to first, third to home, is 90 feet. If he uses a scale factor of 1/180 to build his model, what will be the distance around the bases in his model?
No clue. I'm just gonna pick yes. Yes, Jesus.
And just in case you don't know what a baseball diamond is, it looks like this.
Okay.
And they're saying that from this base to this base is 90 feet.
Yeah.
He's using a scale model of 1/180. What would be the distance around the bases in his scale model?
Oh, come on.
I totally did it wrong.
Do we have to use feet? Or we gotta use a different,
It would be feet.
okay.
I remember you used to play.
I don't understand.
I played third base. He's like, you didn't understand that.
Dilations.
Dilations,
It's
it's
90 feet. Using a scale factor of 1,
Whenever we used to play travel base,
1,
like 7 years old,
180.
everybody looked at Kate like
1/180.
She'd get up there and slap the ball.
That's a fraction.
It was the first.
That's a fraction.
I couldn't see the ball.
90 and 1/180.
Doesn't have glasses.
Alright, Colton, what's your answer? Ivy, what's your answer?
I don't know.
Rayleigh, what's your answer?
No idea.
John, what's your
No
answer?
idea.
Aiden,
0.5 feet.
that is incorrect.
What?
Gabby, what's your answer?
I said 1/2.
That's incorrect. Kyle,
90.
that's incorrect. Ben,
Oh wait, no, I know it now.
and Andrew.
2 feet.
Perfect. So you
I
got
did.
it.
Are you
I was
kidding
gonna
me?
say one.
I figured it out.
I guess I
My freaking calculator said it wrong.
Andrew gets to move to the front. Everybody else gets back a seat.
Don't you do
Where am I
90
supposed
times
to go?
1/180?
And it's times 4 because it wants the distance around the base.
Around? Oh my god.
Yeah, each of these is half a foot in his model.
Kate did 2 walls.
So if you add those up, you get 2.
I didn't hear you say round. I just thought it was 1.
Yeah, around the
Yes.
bases.
Jesus, that's my
Yeah, you do
answer.
90 times 1/180 and then times by
I
4.
didn't see a thing on Instagram and someone said defend your answer and someone built like an army bit around his name.
Okay, here are the coordinates. I need you to give me the new coordinates. Where did you stop at? Right there? It's gonna be Caden's.
It's gonna be one.
What is it?
Alright, here's the coordinates. And there's your scale factor, 3/2. Give me the new coordinates.
Wait, I left my calculator.
Well, too bad.
Give me the new
No,
coordinates.
Ben, don't yet. Why'd you do
Your
that
scale factor is 3/2.
Oh my gosh.
Give me the new coordinates. Your scale, number 8. We're on number 8. The scale factor is 3/2.
Hey, Miss Goodings, go ahead and call me real fast.
Oh, no, I know that.
You wanna-
Yeah, I do.
Hey,
Come on, call me. We have like 1 minute. Please just call him. Hurry up. Okay, come on, hurry up so we can mess it up.
Alright, Caden, what's your answer?
Well, 10 is 3/10. Yeah, T is 3/10. U is 9/2. And B is 3/2.
That is incorrect.
You get 0, 12, and then 9, 0, and then 0, 0.
Perfect. You get to set it up.
I'm first. We have 1 minute left. I won. 15 bonus points. You said it. I get it.
Oh, wow, that's right.
Alright, here's your next one.
Hey, you suck.
PQRS with a scale factor of 0.5.
We're not even able to
I thought I had
finish
to
it.
go to the front.
No, you get to go to this one.
Oh.
That sucks.
What's the point in playing though? I can't win. There's no way I can
Let's do
win.
this on my freaking
Andrew was way over there. He's in the front now.
Well, yeah, because he had like 10 minutes left. I got, what, 2?
How many minutes we got left?
Oh, my pencil is breaking.
Well, the bell's been ringing early.
Can we just like connect to my board?
Oh, my pencil breaking.
I just want to get
Alright,
first.
Andrew, what's your answer?
P 41220 R 1.5 5, and then S 32.
Perfect. All right,
I
Andrew.
can't win.
Hey guys, hang on, wait, sit down. I need you to listen. I need you to write your name on your paper. Andrew, I need you to put plus 15. Colton, I need you to put plus 5. Ivy, I need you to put plus 4 on your paper. Rayleigh, I need you to put plus 3.
You see my pencil?
John, I need you to put plus 2.
I get plus 1 point.
Aiden, I need you to put
I get
plus
1.
plus
I get 1
1.
bonus point.
All right, write your names on your papers and turn them in to me. That's how you get credit for today. Then turn in
Here you
your
go, Johnny.
calculators.
Take it.
Take it, just take my paper.
Who said I'd take it up for you? Who said I'd do that?
You know what sections you need to study for the test tonight.
This is dumb.
Make sure you study.
Hey, Braxton.
Hey, Andrew, that's what.
You almost finished behind Caden.
Okay, spell.
Make sure I get your paper so you get credit for today, even if you didn't get bonus. I still need your paper so you get credit for today. All right, enjoy the rest of your day.
It wouldn't be fair, didn't have time to play.
Pencils.
I don't know how I made that one.
What did you make?
I made a 63%.
Probably just, probably had to do with graphing those points on a scale with it counting by twos. That was probably one of the factors. And then, maybe silly mistakes, like accidentally using a different rule.
Probably so.
Cause you seem like you know the material.
I know it. I don't know why I missed that many though. That's the problem. And I caught myself from doing that, graphing it wrong.
Yeah.
So I had to redo all of them.
Oh. Hello. As soon as you get your stuff ready, you can go down and get your lunch. Come back. Hello. Hello. Both of y'all, as soon as you get your stuff ready, you can go down and get